And the blue and white of Middlesex High School, Jeff Johnson.
Officiating this match is going to be Sweet Lou Del Monte, and he's going to be assisted by Kurt Karsich. Kyle Bythell is taking the offensive, looking to get the first takedown, and gets the first takedown. It's 2-0. This match is brought to you by the NJWOA Central Chapter. It is through their generosity that we're able to provide you the video broadcast, and we want to thank them for it. They always provide different things. They also have a scholarship they have for wrestlers. So, you know, they're a little bit more than just referees. A little bit of guardians of the sport, if you will. Bythell's in control with a 2-0 lead. About a minute remaining. Johnson got here by defeating Piscataway's Tyler Underwood in tiebreaker with a score of 5-1. Pinning Michael Lopez, a Perth Amboy, at 4:35, and pinning Metuchen's Keaton Wiedmeyer in 56 seconds.
Kyle Bythell was a finalist last year in this tournament. Johnson, just a sophomore, was one of those new up-and-coming freshmen last year. Finished third here last year. He gets the escape. So we're under 30 seconds, and it's 2-1 Bythell. And these guys are in the same district. They're both members of District 12, Region 3. Most of the teams in Middlesex County compete in Region 5, except for Middlesex, Colonia, and South Plainfield. They're members of District 12 and Region 3.
So you're saying there's a pretty good chance that these two are going to see each other again, not just in the districts, but the regions and hopefully the states.
Well, it's possible. Anything is possible, especially at the district level. Two of the better wrestlers at 138.
Johnson's only a sophomore. He's already got 60 career wins. Bythell starts out the second period on defense and quickly earns an escape with about 1:45 to go. The score is 3-1. Both wrestlers are on their feet.
You mentioned how Bythell or how Johnson got here. We'll give you the path of how Bythell got here as well. Last night beating David Loretta of East Brunswick, and then this morning Keon Cherry of Colonia, and then in the semifinals Donnie Allback of Monroe. He's close to a takedown. None was awarded. They're also right on the edge of the bounds there. Johnson fighting him off. And there it is. Bythell got the 2, just under a minute to go here in the second period. He now leads 5-1.
You know, it's kind of funny. On the edge of the mat there, it's almost like you're playing with another set of rules. Because if you're giving up, it's so easy to just kind of give up thinking you're out of bounds. And that's how so many takedowns are awarded on the edge of the mat, because the other wrestler just kind of gave up. Not to say Johnson was giving up, but he was in a rough spot there. There's 56 seconds remaining. Bythell now has a commanding 5-1 lead. Johnson's having a little bit of a headgear issue. Johnson certainly does not care for any distractions at this point. Bythell was a finalist in last year's tournament. Johnson faces Bythell, tries to get free. He has the 1-point escape. The score is 5-2. 40 seconds left in the second period. Bythell thought that he'd have the option of being to take off his headgear and kick it away, but since there was no action going on, he's required to put it back on. So that backfired. 36 seconds remaining. The takedown's going to be important for Johnson right about now. A 3-point lead or a 3-point deficit to a South Plainfield wrestler is typically lowers your chances of victory quite a bit. 13 seconds remaining. Johnson is warned with stalling as time expires. Third period, Johnson chooses defense.
Johnson looks very distraught right after as the buzzer rang. He kind of got up, and you can, body language and facial expressions. He's not a happy camper right now. I think he's very frustrated right now by Bythell.
I think it's also possible that he might be frustrated with himself. He knows that he's a very capable wrestler.
Sure, absolutely, absolutely.
A minute 30 left in regulation. And Johnson's having a hard time getting his head off the mat.
Yeah, again, I think, I can't read his mind, but obviously, there he goes. He did get out. So it's 5-3 now, and again, he's within a takedown. He's just got to execute it at this point. I mean,
it's a one-score match now.
Right.
One score gets you right back in it. 1 minute left. Now he has been warned for stalling, so he doesn't have too much leeway. Bythell is calling for
injury time. Injury time. He's got a inhaler.
Yes. I don't know much about inhalers, but I assume it's some sort of asthma issue.
Correct.
And you know what? The thing to take notice here is that even though you're watching the video of this, it doesn't mean he's gassed.
No, not at all.
That's a common misconception.
Oh, yeah.
Asthma is something that's very debilitating, and to wrestle and have asthma is it's actually quite an accomplishment.
And Coach Steve Johnston of South Plainfield, he had the inhaler in his hand, like during the match, ready, knowing that he's going to need this. He suffers from, whatever he suffers from. He's going to need this.
Yeah, we saw this happen in the semifinal as well. It's a little bit different when you're trying to get a breath when you're tired. He's trying to get a breath because he literally can't breathe. 36 seconds remaining. Johnson's coming at him hard. Johnson went with a little bit of a lackadaisical move towards the leg.
I almost thought he cautioned. I almost thought he went too soon. And there's a great takedown by Bythell.
Bythell punishes him and gets a 2-point takedown there. It's 7-3 with 20 seconds left, and Johnson's leaving his head on the mat. You can tell he's either hurting or something.
He just gave a thumbs up. I'm sure you saw it with the angle that the camera is facing. He just gave a thumbs up to the ref. The ref asked him if he was okay.
Less than 5 seconds remaining, and Kyle Bythell is going to be your GMC champion.
At 138 pounds, your winner by decision, the score 7-3 from South Plainfield, Kyle Bythell.
Congratulations, Kyle Bythell.